Hi guys, and welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson we're going to look at area of quadrilaterals other than rectangles and squares. So we're going to be looking at parallelograms, kites and rhombuses today. Let's just jump straight in. Let's begin with area of a parallelogram. So first let's talk about what is a parallelogram. So a parallelogram is essentially a rectangle that has been altered. It has been changed. So we can see that we have two lengths that are opposite that run in the same direction. They're parallel and they are the same length. And the other two lengths, they run in the same direction. They are parallel and they are also the same lengths. So that is a parallelogram where there are two sides, the opposite sides are equal in length and run in the same direction. So essentially they do not touch, they're parallel. So to find the area of a parallelogram, we're going to multiply the base times the height. Now, like in a triangle, the height is perpendicular or at a right angle to the base. This side here is not the height because it is not at a right angle to our base. So we're looking for a right angle to our base. So calculate the area of this shape. So the area of this parallelogram, so we use base times height, which means we use 9 times 12, because base times height. So 9 times 12 is 108, so we have 108 centimeters squared in our parallelogram as our area. Let's look at the area of a kite. So area of a kite equals 1/2 times x times y. Now, x is and y essentially are our distances between our 2 points. Okay, so they are our distances. Now, with a kite, you can see here, these two bottom lengths are the same length and these two top lengths are the same length. So that's important that the two connecting lengths are the same in length. The other way that we can write this is we can do x times, well, that's a little times, y divided by 2. So x times y divided by 2, that is the same as 1/2 times x times y. So both the same. Let's do an example. So calculate the area of this shape. So we're going to go area equals 1/2 times x times y. So 1/2 times 5 times 8, which gives us 20 centimeters, because 5 times 8 is 40 and half of 40 is 20. Last one is a rhombus. Now there's two ways to calculate a rhombus. We can calculate it like we do a parallelogram, because this is essentially a parallelogram. It's just that all 4 lengths are the same. So we can use our base and our height. Or we can calculate it like our kite, where all 4 lengths are the same, but we're going to use point to point, so using a 1/2 x times y. So let's do 2 examples here. So here we have our base and our height, no corners to corners, so we just multiply the base times the height. So base times height, which is 10 times 11, which gives us 110 millimeters squared. And our last example, corner to corner, it's easy to see which length is which, because the shorter length is 4 obviously and the longer length is 8. That doesn't really matter, but don't get overwhelmed and be like, I don't know what length belongs to what. You know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so area of this rhombus equals 1/2 x times y, or 1/2 this length times this length, which gives us 1/2 4 times 8, which in total gives us 16 millimeters squared. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, we will see you in the next lesson.